If you are looking for a cheap liveaboard, I'm talking about under $100,000, then look no further than this Silverton 352 Motor Yacht. This is a 1999, but you are not going to believe the condition of the interior. I mean, just look how good this Joko looks. Excellent weekenders, extended stays, or a little bit of extended cruising. They are gas motors. They're the Crusader 7.4s. They only have about 600 hours on them. One of the great things about this boat specifically is it's easy on, easy off. You step right onto the swim platform. There's your swim ladder, by the way. Your transom shower is right here. And then this is a hookup for your shore power and your water. But like I was saying, you step right on, and if you've been boat shopping for aft cabin motor yachts for a while, and you have dogs, or maybe you don't have the best mobility, you are going to love that it has molded staircase up to the sun deck. The first thing you are going to notice is how roomy this sun deck feels. It is beam to beam access on a 13-foot beam boat. So you have plenty of room up here for entertaining, and boarding doors on both sides. So if you're at a dock and the tide is down and you have to step out, it makes it easier. Or if you have stairs, you prefer to board on stairs to the dock, makes it easier there. So versatile boarding, very nice, especially on a boat this size. It is a 352, but the overall length is closer to 41 feet. We have an outdoor kitchen, outdoor wet bar. So you have a deep sink here, stainless steel faucet, cutting boards, cup holders. This is access to storage and the plumbing underneath the sink. And as I talk about in basically every video, usually there's a fridge right here. However, those fridges or ice makers always break. So, you know, a lot of people just take them out and use it for storage, which is exactly what happened here. And before we move up to the bridge, Silverton patented this design. It is called the Sidewalk. So you might notice that you go up so you can get out to the bow. A lot of these aft cabins kind of have doors that cut in here, and then you walk around the outside. What that does though is it narrows the inside of the salon. And what this allows is you get beam to beam access inside the salon, which is gonna stand out when we go down. I cannot wait to show you all the cabin. And it really is a beautiful boat. 3 steps up and you are on the bridge. You have a wraparound seating in front of the center console here at the helm, little side seating, and then obviously your captain's chair. I'm gonna spin it around and go over the helm. It is a monitor for the backup camera, so he does have a backup camera. However, at the helm you can see through to the back of the boat. It does have a pane here. I will give you a painting view of the bridge as we move back to the helm. Analog gauges all work. Obviously more analog gauges. Here are your buttons and switches for all of the systems up on the bridge. Should give you a pretty good idea of what the boat's got equipped. And obviously these are all just your accessory switches for the GPS, radar, all of that good stuff. Throttles and shifters. This right here is your AM FM radio, and he does have a Garmin display. It is the Garmin GPS Maps XS unit. He does have the radar right there. So it does have GPS, radar, depth finder, you know, all the electronics you're gonna want. VHF radio and controllable spotlight controls. I think that's really it for the helm. Pan out a little bit so you get a good view. This is standing at the helm and you get great view of the bow. And that is your view of the transom swim platform back of the boat. As we move up to the bow, I want to point out some of the features and the thought process that went behind this design. So like I said, you do go up to go down to the bow, but if you are a captain who's going to have a lot of kids on the boat, or maybe you just have a couple small kids, what this does is it keeps anybody going up to the bow in front of you. So traditionally you're going to be walking around the sides back here. It's going to be a lot harder for the captain to know who's going up to the bow and where they're at all times. But what this does is they have to get in front of you to go out there, so you're going to know where everybody's at. I think that's a really neat, unique feature. It also makes getting out to the bow a lot easier. The walkway is much wider, and like I said, it gives you full beam to beam access in the salon, and I will show you that when we get in there. I promise you're gonna want to stick around for it. So 4 steps down and you're out on the bow. Bow pads go across here, so you can turn this whole thing into a place to hang out. That is access into your anchor locker, and then you have foot switches here for your windlass, and that is your controllable spotlight. I'm gonna flip it around so you can get a view of the lines on this boat. You know, I've always thought Silverton made a really sharp looking boat. They always have very sharp lines. Four steps up onto the bridge, and we are back where we started. Let's go back into the cabin. You are not going to want to miss this. You know, I'm only 4 years older than this boat, and I did not age nearly as well, because look how beautiful the interior of this cabin is. I mean, look at the nice bright natural light in here. I am going to close this behind me. I'm trying to give you a good idea of the space. This really is a boat that you have to come see in person. But because of that sidewalk, as you see, those are the steps that go down there. It pushes the walls out here as well as on this side, and it really makes the salon feel huge. I mean, it really is quite a big space in here. A great space for entertaining. If you're going to be staying on the boat for a long time, you're really going to appreciate the salon. We're going to start on the port side of the boat, work our way forward, wrap all the way around, and then end in the master stateroom. Starting out with your panel, it is right next to the cabin door, so as soon as you get to the boat, or if you're leaving the boat, it's all right here. Leave, lock up behind you, and you're good to go. Obviously there is your TV, but you have huge windows right behind that TV, which allow a ton of natural light into here. I mean, it's probably one of the first things you notice. Panoramic views all the way around. The boat is incredibly well lit. Just below your TV, you have a fireplace and some additional storage, as well as the main faceplate for your AM FM radio right there. So it is dual zone. You can control it from outside, inside, and control the zones. It is a step down into the dinette and the galley, but I'll flip around and finish off the salon. You have a dual recliner chair here. This is, it's not bolted down or anything, so if you wanted to put a different chair in here, you absolutely could. I don't know why you would want to though, because it is electronic. It does recline here, and it has a USB charger. So it's got everything you want. Great place to take a nap. If you're in the doghouse and you're sleeping on the couch, you know, there's a lot worse couches out there to be sleeping on. All right, let me take a step back into the salon, flip around, and we'll take a look at the galley. Obviously, you have a wraparound seating here. Each one of these does lift up and has some additional storage. The table does not drop down. Does not turn into a berth. Some of them do, some of them don't, so I just wanted to make sure we cover that. In here is just access into the bilge. You have access to your generator and your water tank there. Flipping around to the galley, it's got everything you are going to need. Stainless steel microwave, nice deep sink with a stainless steel faucet. Here underneath this is some additional storage, and then coffee maker up forward, obviously. Taking a step back, underneath your sink, we have three drawers, all with plenty of storage. A cabinet with lots of storage, and a trash can, and then finally your last drawer. Moving back, we have a nice oven with 2-burner stovetop. Look at that, love to see it. Not very common, especially on a boat this size. And then a nice apartment sized refrigerator. Let me know in the comments down below what you call this. We get different answers every time. It is blowing cold. The drinks are in there are cold. Can confirm. Moving forward, it is 3 steps down, and you are in the forward berth area. This door here on the port side is going to be access into your day head. So taking a quick look in the day head, access to underneath your sink. So if you need to get access to the plumbing or storage, there you have it. Some sliding storage here, and this mirror opens up for some, you guessed it, storage. It is a wet bath up here, but it does have a full shower stall. The head is in there with the shower. Keep in mind, this is considered the guest head, day head. There's still another one in the back of the boat. Moving forward into the forward V-berth. Good sized bed. You can sleep 2 adults on there pretty comfortably. Some drawers underneath the mattress. Hanging locker here on the port side of the boat. Huge hanging locker. That is a full-size hanging locker, so you can fit full dresses in there. And then on the starboard side of the boat, we have an additional hanging locker with some shelves. Lots of closet space, especially for a guest berth. Plenty of storage, or if you're going to use it just strictly for storage, lots of closet space up here. And that's really going to do it for the berth up here. Obviously, you have porthole windows on each side, and then your skylight or escape hatch, situational depending. Flipping around in the V-berth, we're going to head straight back to the captain's quarters, but before we do, I wanted to point out behind this cabinet here is a nice little pantry. So right there next to your galley, tons of storage, especially for a boat this size. This is access into the engine room. I will show that at the very end of the boat. All right, 2 steps and you are in the master stateroom. Queen size bed. And let me step in here so you can get a good idea of the space. You do have a window across the transom there and a porthole window there. And then just forward of that, you have your AC. So that is a new AC thermostat. The old one was right there. And behind this door is a hanging closet. And continuing to turn around, you have a decent sized mirror. I can see basically everything. Behind that is some additional storage. Stepping into the captain's head, the throne room, if you will. Vacuum flush head with access to underneath your sink. More storage behind this mirror. Storage, y'all get it at this point. And a full separate shower stall. So this is not a wet head. 2 stand-up showers on this boat. On a 41-foot boat, that is a pretty good deal. And without pulling all of the floors up, here is a look inside the engine room. Look how clean these engines are. Now this boat is not gonna last long. Chances are one of my channel members got this boat under contract before the video went live to the public. So if you are not a channel member and you do not want to miss out, consider becoming a channel member. You'll get early access to all of these videos. This boat checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people, so I know it is not gonna last long. I will leave the current asking price in the pinned comment and a link to the ad in the description down below.